watching What's Good.
What's good?
I said, girl, why you keep calling?
Welcome back to What's Good, or welcome down to What's Good. This is the second episode officially. This week I bring you this fiery, petite rapper, this badass girl, all the way from Damansara, the princess of Damansara. She was once my rapping partner duo as well. Give it up for Keda K in the building!
Hey. Oi, jatuh camera. Jatuh.
Ya Allah, jatuh mikrofon.
Literally
Cik,
drop the
Bismillah
mic
dulu, Bismillah.
before anything
Don't drop
else.
the mic before the show.
Whoops.
Okay, we good? We good. Alright.
You cakap Damansara 2 kali, Caprice marah nanti.
Huh? Kau pasal Caprice was the prince of Damansara, but you are the princess of Damansara, and you literally grew up in Damansara. Damansara, Bukit Damansara, guys. Dia bukan Damansara Utama, Jaya. Apa lagi?
I tak cakap, dia cakap.
I mean, I'm just saying, dia Bukit Damansara, dia T20. Adalah, tak ada. Kita bukan sini nak flex kan. Yeah, so I'm so happy to have you on the second episode today.
Thank you for having me. I'm so
Thank
happy.
you for saying
such
yes.
Such an honor. Like, thank you. And
No.
congrats on your podcast. Yeah.
It's my pleasure,
I think
honestly.
we've been talking about having a podcast, and then you used to tell me, Keda, you should have a podcast. I'll be more than happy to be your first guest or whatever.
Is
but,
it?
but now that you're doing it, I'm so happy for you.
Yay, thank you so much.
Yay.
Thank you for saying yes.
And I like the
Appreciate it.
setup. You have your crew.
It's
Nice.
cozy,
It's
yeah?
a proper thing, and I like it.
Proper.
Yeah.
We only do things proper.
Yes.
Please, camera.
That's how I know Hunny. She always does things proper. Everything is proper.
Yeah, everything has to be proper.
Maybe you should just tell the audience like what actually happened.
So kita orang
No
sebenarnya
filter
ni,
kan?
kita orang sebenarnya ni, kita orang tengah buat second take of the podcast shoot, because the first take we did, something happened to the camera. So apa kata kita doa and nothing happens, okay? Kita doa silence sikit.
I mean.
Okay, amin.
Tak apalah, kalau crash lagi kita balik je.
Kalau crash,
Balik rumah.
kita pergi more.
Kan? Moral.
Alright, so What's Good in your show ni is all about, getting to know the rapper who's the guest for the day, and that's you, right? So obviously I want to know what goes on in your life now, what's going to be your future plans and all that. But this is not a regular like TV show. We want to go back to day one,
Let's go.
So going back to day one, your full name, which I now know, okay, I memorized by heart. Shafiq tahu tak?
I don't think so. You gotta help him out.
Shafiq, who you are exclusively seeing, her full name is Wan Nur Khalida Aziz binti Roslan Aziz. But obviously, to Keda's fans, she's only known as Keda. Run us through how, Keda, you picked that name as your stage name.
I didn't think much. Growing up, actually when I was a toddler, I couldn't pronounce my name properly. My full name is Wan Nur Khalida Aziz. My parents called me Khalida, Khalid or Late. So every time I refer to myself, Khalida, susah, jadi pelat. So I always call myself Keda, to shorten it like Keda, Keda. So as soon as I become a rapper, singer, I just changed the spelling to Kayda, and that's about it. Nothing much pun. And then recently I started Googling lah macam Keda, what's the meaning of Keda in like different languages.
Oh, okay.
So I got like Keda in Indian or something. Correct me if I'm wrong. I takut kena
Sanskrit.
pecah. Tak ingat in
Tak
what? It means record. And then
Oh.
there's Keda in Japanese. It means something else, which is something positive lah juga. So I thought to myself, not bad juga aku pilih nama Keda ni adalah.
It was destined. It was destined.
Alhamdulillah.
Actually, Khalida pun is such a beautiful name. It's such a
Khalida.
classic name. Love that name.
Khalida. Yeah, I like it too. It's just that I couldn't pronounce my own name properly. Khalida means immortal.
Wow.
Yeah. So Nur Khalida means light of immortal.
That's quite a strong meaning. Huh?
Alhamdulillah.
And Khalid means immortal as well?
Yes.
Oh. Oh, wow. Okay. Your name also reminds me of one of my favorite DJs, K Tranada.
Oh, I love.
Yeah, I love him.
Yeah, you used to call me Kedanada.
Kedanada. You'd be like,
I love
Boiler
his
Room.
album. yeah, nice.
Oh my God.
I still switch on that Boiler Room punya apa?
Videos.
Show.
Such a vibe, right?
Tranada. It's a classic.
Yeah, I think when DJs perform with sort of like a small crowd behind him, you really want to see how each person vibes to the records.
And then do you
they
remember
mix.
that girl with the long Amy Winehouse hair that dance beside Ketra Nada, she became viral on TikTok sekejap tau.
Is it?
It's such a famous video that they actually extracted that one little scene of her just dancing beside Ketra Nada, and then she became famous on TikTok for a short while. Last year kot.
Okay.
Yeah, my friend showed me. And whenever like we have house parties ke apa ke, we would still switch on that Ketra Nada punya boiler room session.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, best. It's a classic. I love it.
Best. Okay, we're gonna move on to this very famous platform that you were famously on, and a lot of people, millennials especially, were on this platform, MySpace.
Yeah,
Music.
shout out MySpace.
Shout outs to Tom.
I wish we still had
Tom
MySpace.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to Tom, yeah.
Shout outs to the early coders from that era.
Tapi
Okay.
senang gila man MySpace. You just go to that person's page, you pasang turn on apa play je
Kan.
lagu dia. Sekarang
But you
macam
couldn't download, right? You can only stream, kan? Can you download?
I think
Boleh tak? Tak boleh eh?
didn't they allow you to like turn on that feature kalau orang nak download, or is
Ada
that
eh?
just SoundCloud? I tak ingat dah.
To SoundCloud, sis.
No, but I like that we just go to that person's page. You ada a whole profile that they want to write apa ke, you nak tak gambar you ke, you nak anything about yourself atau ada your music, everything is just there.
Yeah.
Now you have to like, click on the link below, click
I know,
kat mana,
right?
and then you go to.
And it was like a personalized message, personalized page as well on
Yes,
MySpace. You can
yes.
decorate it however you want.
I love it.
Yeah, we don't have that platform anymore because when Facebook took over, like there's no personalization to any pages anymore. Everything just looks blue and white.
Yeah.
Boring, though.
Blunt.
Yeah,
Kan?
I remember I discovered Yuna and got her into Fly FM through MySpace. And I had a Fly FM show called Champo Chart, and I got Yuna because I approached her on MySpace. So I connected with everyone in the music industry.
Kan, best.
Yeah, but how did you connect with people from MySpace, and who did you connect? Maybe you can share some stories.
With MySpace, most of the time were just my school friends. But I think what you wanted to ask me was like, how did we connect, right?
No, it doesn't have to be. No, it's like I want to know, like, because you were obviously very young when I first met you. You were a teenager, like a teenager, like
14.
yeah, 14
Form
years
2,
old.
yeah.
And I discovered you on MySpace. So this is the story. I discovered her on MySpace. I was this is way before I did radio. So you were one of the first few people because I was already a rapper with my old group called Ammunition, and we entered Blast Off.
Yeah.
And I was looking for other younger females to collaborate with.
Okay.
To just meet and just explore ideas with. Tu je. I just wanted to know
Right.
I can't be the only one. So I discovered you.
Right.
And I just loved your style. Like you had these like bars and the way you flow. And, as when you do it in English, you sound different. And when you do it Malay, pedas juga you punya words. So you've always had that. That's why I said fiery. You punya ni memang macam pedas. So I want to know, for you, siapa lagi you met through MySpace? Exclusively.
Tak ada. It was just my school friends that I connected.
Oh, okay.
But in hip hop, it was because my stepdad is Rough Edge punya musical director. So at that age, I connected with Lil Z.
Yeah.
Zarul. Our age gap tak jauh pun. He lives in Ipoh, so we were both in school. So we keep in touch a lot through our phones or like macam MSN Messenger and all the stuff. And then my mom's old manager told me that, hey, Hunny Madu wants to connect with you. Hunny Madu, like, she wants to hang with me, kan?
I pergi rumah you kot. I
Yeah,
pergi
you
rumah
did.
you and then I had to meet your mom.
I already knew you way before through Blast Off. I watched on TV. But so I saw you performing with your crew at my cousin's hip hop event. I can't remember what was it called.
Oh my
Yeah, so I
God.
already knew you before. So when I found out that you wanted to like get in touch with me, I macam, whoa,
wow,
macam,
okay.
wow,
Aw.
this person wants to like collaborate with me. So I felt cool lah sekejap.
You are always cool lah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the one thing about you. Even though our age gap is like really far, you've always had this sense of maturity that you carry with you. So even when we did our mixtape tu kan, like it wasn't like people thought, oh, you can just like tell Keda like to do this. I'm like, no, she's got a mind of her own. We always have to run through ideas together and agree wholeheartedly that we're gonna do this. Like our
Okay,
labels are
example?
different. All the songs that we did, macam like it would be both of us in the studio. It's not like me telling you, okay, sing the chorus Kalau I nak masuk that kakak behaviour.
Is this tag? He's going to get into trouble. Tag, if you're watching this,
No,
what do you tell
Tag was the
Hunny?
one who was telling us what to do, no?
Oh, okay.
It wasn't like
I
me
thought-
telling Tag and you. Technically,
Okay.
you both were younger than me, but I feel like in the studio, the age is not
Yeah.
like it's not like a like what do you call it, a hierarchy. It's all about who can make the song better,
Right.
who can contribute
Yeah, of
more.
course, yeah.
So it wasn't like, so there were a few like macam people asked me like, oh, when you did songs with Keda, was it like you telling her what to do because she's so much younger than you? I'm like, no, never. It's never been like that. She's
Yeah.
like a fiery Aries person as well, But anyway,
But I could tell that you had a lot of fun working with me.
I did.
Right? And then from time to time you would call me, even when we're not collaborating, like when you're just doing your own music.
You make me feel young.
You just call me like, hey Kida, why don't you come over? I need to know your opinion. Like, what do you think of this song? Like, should I do it? And then you would just listen. So that's when I learned from you, because I remember you telling me like, Kida, whenever you're recording, you always know what you want, where your verse is supposed to be, how do you want to sound and all those stuff. And
Yeah.
sometimes I felt like I don't want to be macam bossy sangat.
Right.
But at the same time, I don't want to regret not saying what I want in my music, right?
Yeah.
So I appreciate when people like you would actually call me up or your other friends to ask for their opinions and their feedback to make the music better. So after learning that from you,
Right.
I started doing that as
Oh,
well.
I
So
see.
sometimes I would call macam some of my friends or Saf ke apa ke kan, I have this song that I just recorded, I'm going to send it to you. Can you let me know if I can improve like any parts of my rap or
Right,
whatsoever?
right,
So
right.
I learned that from you. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know
Thanks.
that. Oh, it's so sweet. But I guess
Yeah, you shouldn't be afraid. You have shown us that you shouldn't be afraid to ask,
yeah.
to make sure you can improve more. You know?
No, but what I admire about you is that you will go into the studio, you already have this verse set tau. Nothing anyone says will change your mind about it. So you were so set.
Really?
Yeah. It's not a bad thing. It's actually a really good thing. But sometimes
But what if someone can suggest better, right?
I know,
Yeah.
but at the time, maybe when we were recording the mixtape, I remember Tat, you recorded a verse, and then like you said, I like my verse already. Just put it in another song or whatever lah. But I'm not gonna change my verse. I'm gonna write a new one. But this verse is don't touch it. And I was like, dang, this
Really?
this 20-year-old girl, 20-something-year-old girl can tell like this guy to go like, don't touch my verse. This is what I like.
Okay.
Almost going like, don't touch my food. It's like, don't mess with my game. It was like that. So I was like, dang, this girl is like really like macam don't mess with me. I like that fiery attitude. But at the same time, I'm glad that you opened up to like being more macam. Like,
Open lah.
Open lah,
yeah.
like wanting people's opinions and all that. And I
Yeah.
think I got that because of radio. You
Okay.
know? A lot of times when I put a song out and they're like, oh, this is not commercial enough, we can't play this on radio. And then when the song dah siap, baru I dapat the feedback. So dah terlambat.
Right.
So kena buat lagu baru. So because of that, when we're in the creative process, I think that's the best time to do
Yeah.
it. When the song is only like a demo, that's the best time to ask.
Yeah.
Anyway, want to talk about your family. Your family is like, come on. Like, I don't think I've ever spoken about this ever in length. But of course, like, when I first met you, I was like, oh, aku nak jumpa anak Sheila Majid.
Really? That's what you thought?
Yeah.
It didn't feel like it.
When I first time met your mom, I was so nervous. Dude.
Serious?
Ya, takut
Oh.
kot kat rumah Sheila Majid nak jumpa anak dia.
Oh, I tak perasan pun. Dia macam biasa je.
Yelah, kena cover line sikit.
I felt like you were more like me. Like you didn't realize how big my parents were.
No.
Yeah, I didn't realize.
I didn't know the extent of it, but I know that she is like one of those big artists. Like so, but then when I met you, you're so grounded, you're so chill, you're so tak poyo. But growing up lah in your family, like what was it like for you? Like were you ever macam do you go to like all these big events, your mom meet the press and stuff like that? What was like your normal routine? Dah lah your family, your mom banyak show sini sana dengan when your father was still married to Auntie Sheila. What was it like?
Overwhelming. I didn't know what was going on because when my mom gave birth to me, memang dah kecoh at the time. So when I was a toddler dulu, I was always surrounded by people, and I have to say I was a bit rimas because every time I keluar je in public, mesti macam we're like surrounded by people and I don't know what's going on. Takkan
Masa ni umur berapa?
This was like, as far as I can remember, 2 years old maybe.
Ooh.
Yeah, because yelah 1 year old mana nak ingat what was going on kan. But looking back, baru I like, oh, my mom had concerts going on. They were bringing me around to travel to some parts of Southeast Asia semua kan. And shows semua I used to follow. So, but I didn't know what was going on. My mom used to say, I thought every single person that I meet was a TV personality. They were all like models ke apa. I didn't know any other occupation. I didn't know that there was such thing as being a doctor or a lawyer or engineer, all those stuff. Until I standard 1. Cikgu tanya nak jadi apa dah besar. I macam, nak jadi apa dah besar? Jadi ni lah, nyanyi lah. Like, itu je I tahu, music lah kan. Apa lagi kan? Tu cikgu macam, nak jadi nurse ke? Nak jadi cikgu ke apa? Oh, okay, nak jadi cikgu. Like, okay, there's such thing as like all these occupations. So, yeah, it was very overwhelming sebab I tak tahu that my parents were famous. Takkanlah my mom cakap, hey, you know, I'm a singer. So, I ni famous. So, all these people coming up to us ni sebenarnya dia suka I. Takkan my mom nak cakap macam tu kan.
That would be so funny if she said it one day.
A lot of people say, Khalida, when you were a baby, you were a difficult baby. You were very difficult. Because I used to always like throw a tantrum like,
You embarrassed the Sheila Majid when you were travelling around. Dia nak buat TV interview, you lala.
Orang datang surround my mom and I je bilang, get all these people away from me. Yeah, so.
Oh my god.
So
so
macam dulu
ada video tak?
tak ada gila nak record kan.
That would be so funny kalau ada video.
Lepas tu, but I was also a brat. I was a naughty kid juga because yelah being a firstborn girl pula tu. And then in my family masa tu dah lama tak dapat baby. So kena manja gila-gila lagi kan.
Gosh.
Naughty lah juga.
Yeah.
And then lah, it was only like later on baru when I got into trouble in the media, semua baru my mom macam, okay, look, you really have to be careful. You really have to behave yourself in public because I'm sorry you have no choice, but we just happen to be your parents. And
Masa ni lah dia cakap.
this was when I was like 16, 17. After I got into trouble.
Much later on.
Baru dia cakap, look, you cannot keep being
my
this
God.
brat. You know, you have to behave yourself kan. Apa-apa you cakap, apa-apa you buat, you keluar, you jumpa orang ke apa, you have to behave. You
So
know?
before that, you literally...
I was a brat.
Okay, so before 16 years old, before that thing happened, first of all, because we already shot this is the second time we're shooting this, so the article read, anak Sheila Majid what?
Lia. I was a wild child. Tak Lia mana pun.
Caption dia apa? Anak Sheila Majid Lia.
Alah, Sheila Majid Lia.
Okay.
Tapi macam tak tahu.
Ada gambar tak?
Ada wait. You can look at online and my friends say a lot of people said horrible things about me and my parents semua kan. Yeah, so learn my lesson lah. Because I thought, yelah, my family sent me to Chinese school kan. Chinese school ni, diorang tak adalah banyak parents yang macam really, adalah yang ikut, dia tahulah siapa Sheila Majid, tapi tak adalah macam one of those sekolah kebangsaan punya environment yang macam nak sibuk, nak tahu everything, lepas tu nak tengok je. They mind their own business most of the time.
Right.
You know, and Alhamdulillah my brother and I were able to focus in school. And dia tak ada tanya banyak soalan ke about my parents' divorce ke whatever. Because at one point, it did got very chaotic. Especially when I was in standard 1 kan. But my teachers gave me that space to really grow up as normal as you can be lah.
Right.
So, because it was a normal environment, my parents tried to protect me from all the media punya frenziness and all those stuff. I started to just follow lah what my peers were doing. You know, we were teenagers, we were going out, we were sneaking out, everybody tried smoking. I pun nak smoke. I pergi Hatama Square, orang isap shisha. I pun nak isap shisha sampai OD.
You can OD dengan shisha ke?
Ya, pening. Tapi nak smoke shisha juga kan, sampai muntah.
Okay,
Bodoh. Bodoh gila looking back.
Smoke shisha sampai OD.
I would tell my 14-year-old self, it's so stupid and peer pressure and
14 tahun ni?
14, 15 macam tu kan. So my friends uploaded on Facebook, MySpace. I upload lah juga because it's no big deal. Everybody's doing it. So I'm doing it too lah. Then I got into trouble. Aku juga yang kena wild, Lia.
Yeah.
Habis kalau I Lia, kawan-kawan I apa siapa kan. But anyways.
Rumput.
So anyways, that's when my parents said like, look, you have no choice. We are what we are.
Yep.
You cannot do things like how your friends are doing. You got to be even more cautious.
Yeah.
So that's how I was like, oh, faham kan. Yeah. And growing up, I never really listened to my mom's music. Because I was always, following them for their rehearsals, their concerts and shows semua. So, I rasa macam I tak payah study pun my parents' music. So that's when like macam I got hooked on hip hop because it was definitely out of my family punya musical environment. So when I saw
purposely chose.
Yeah, and also because I was too shy. I like singing, but I was too shy to sing in front of my mom. So I thought, let's do something that she cannot. So that when I'm practicing at home, she cannot criticize. I can have that space to just make my own mistake. And like, if I'm rapping, she cannot be like, yo, that's a shit bar right there. You get what I mean? So she just macam bagi I, Kira, you just do you.
Oh, okay.
But even so pun dia macam, okay, you can rap.
But she doesn't listen to hip hop.
Not really.
No. So you don't listen to jazz and her music.
Tak adalah I tak dengar langsung, but it was always there.
Right.
You know, my mom was always turning it on, kan. So I don't need to like really look for it ke apa, turn on the CD ke apa. I was exposed to all kinds of music, be it dangdut, pop, traditional, Malay, whatsoever. Everything was just there except hip hop.
So bila you started rapping though, that moment, and then your mom knew, what did she say? Good.
Keep doing, but
Dia-
like
dia
at home
tak
lah.
tanya,
Tak ada lah.
why?
Tak ada.
Tak ada.
Dia ada lah cakap, oh my god, hip hop is so vulgar. Look at your lyrics, Khalida. Apa ni, macam throw these words away, whatever kan. Write something more proper. I'm like, okay. Kan, dengar je lah. Yelah, kita pun underage kan. So, ikut je lah. But she didn't let me do it seriously as a career until I finished school. So that was my deal with her. Like,
That's
Khalida,
right.
you finish your SPM, then you can do music. So I finished lah my SPM man. I wanted to do music. No, you go to uni first. Okay, I'll go to uni. I want to study music. No, not music. Find something other than music. Okay lah.
Because she knew you were going to go into music. Okay, let's talk about your schooling punya experience. Because you went to public school, primary. And then you went into sekolah SJKC.
No, I
Secondary.
went to SJKC first.
Primary.
And
Okay.
then my mom sent me to Sekolah Kebangsaan Sri Hatamas.
Hatamas. Okay. And then for uni, you studied psychology.
Correct.
And that was a degree or diploma?
Degree.
In Monash.
Help uni. Yeah.
Uni. Psychology. Why
Yeah,
psychology?
why? So, before you do your degree, you can about foundation.
Okay.
So, I did my foundation at Taylor's Uni. It was called Canadian Pre-U. Okay, so most of my subjects that I picked, I realized it's a lot to do with psychology. So, I thought, okay lah, since I'm enjoying what I'm studying now, continue je lah. So,
Yeah.
The closest degree that I could study was psychology lah sebab I dah belajar the foundations of it kan, so I just continued until the end.
Why
so
didn't
that's
you
when,
become a psychologist?
I've always knew I wanted to do music.
Oh, right,
And then my mom cakap, don't study music. You already have your basic classical piano lessons until grade 8.
Okay.
Study something else. Study something that we
Yeah.
cannot teach you.
Right.
Which is a great asset lah to have kan.
But studying that also helped you.
In so many ways.
Like how? Can
Thankfully.
you tell me what's the benefits of taking like that?
First and foremost, it was understanding my childhood, like what I was going through. I felt like I had to grow up fast, especially when my parents were going through their divorce.
Right.
It was a lot of pressure, and then, I also slowly began to forgive my parents juga because they were first-time parents, young parents. They didn't know what they were going through at the same time. So I realised in my teenager days too, where I got into trouble tu semua, subconsciously perhaps I wanted to also grab the attention of my parents because they weren't really always around. I grew up with
Right.
my grandparents a lot. Yeah, so a lot of things that I didn't realize in psychology made me realize.
That's
Yeah,
amazing.
so
So you learned this in your early 20s and it carved you into this young adult.
yeah, even so, in my early 20s pun, I was still from time to time an angry person. I was still angry at my dad, tak puas hati dengan my mom over what they did last time to me lah ni.
Right.
All of these things take time. You don't just like learn psychology for 3 years and then okay, bam, you dah tahu semua benda. All these things macam over the years baru you slowly, oh, I learned this subject to help me through a certain phase of my life. This other subject has helped me last year with my career ke apa ke kan. So it helped me all the way through up until today. Yeah.
That's amazing, dude. Honestly, like
I'm so thankful.
I think that's why you're like your EQ is really high as well. You can
Nampak je tapi sebenarnya sometimes koyak juga.
I mean, we're all human. You
Yeah.
know, we're all humans. We're not perfect. But I think dealing with that childhood that you went through and especially going through that rebellious teen phase, studying that, I think really helped you in many, many ways.
It does.
And I'm sure like a lot of people out there who never even tried going for therapy ke even, don't know that they're carrying it on until their 40s, 50s, 60s, you know what I mean? And they're still inflicting that same wound to their partners or
Right,
whatever.
right.
I'm speaking generally lah.
Yeah, I guess different people go through different phases and journeys in life. So,
Yeah.
as someone who studied psychology, you're just gonna have to understand and know how to maneuver around their behavior. Kalau you
Yeah.
tak tahan, you respectfully take a step back and
Wow.
walk away ke. Sometimes it's a bit useless pun to macam call people out ke or like macam to have like a apa tu, like sit down and then like try to advise them ke apa.
yeah?
Sometimes you just have to let them learn on their own at their own pace. Yeah.
That's well put.
You cannot be a certain person punya problem solver juga. Yeah, and then
Love that.
some friends would like try to sit you down and do an intervention ke
Yeah,
apa.
yeah. You
And
don't
then
think it works
you
all the
just
time.
make things worse. Yeah, some people cannot take it. They take it as an attack.
Yeah, yeah.
You get what I mean? So, yeah, you begin to macam learn to be more patient
Right.
and just understand what that person's going through. Yeah.
That's good. Okay, now changing the topic a little bit. What do you think about hip hop and the whole culture of like beef? You know, like, oh, you tak puas hati dengan aku, okay, aku diss you in a
Kau
track.
nak beef dengan I buy my dending.
No, but I want to ask you because I asked you, I asked Ashraf this question last week, and then we kind of both agreed that it's all part of the culture, part of the culture. You know, what do
okay.
you think? What are your thoughts? This beef thing, like with the whole Kendrick Drake.
Yeah,
you know?
so for some artists, they have beef between each other to promote their music. Kan? Macam, I mean, if that helps their career, if that doesn't destroy their mental health, if that helps them to make more money, and if that sells their album, then so be it lah. If that's itu dia punya branding, lantak dia lah nak buat apa kan. If someone thinks that they have beef with me, lantak dia lah.
Has anyone ever beefed with you and then
I rasa tak.
quoted
Tapi
you in a song or whatever? Are you sure? Cuba you
ada
fikir betul. Tak tahu. I'm asking
ada
you. Sebab
Am I that important?
I pernah kena tu in a song.
You pernah kena dengan Kid Sante kan? I
That's
ingat.
right, Kid Sante.
Shout out Kid Sante.
Shout out Kid Sante. I still remember. And
Pasal
masa
siapa
tu
lagi?
aku mengandung kot. Masa
Oh,
dia diss
shit.
me in that track. Still
Okay,
remember.
that destroyed your mental health. Now, that's not healthy.
No lah, it was okay.
Oh, dah okay dah? Okay.
Dah okay. It's just that masa tu bakar sikit lah.
Of course.
And then I
yeah.
remember I posted Insta story calling him out again. Like, I just gave birth, dude. What do you want me to say?
Did he apologize?
I think on text he did. On text.
Okay.
But when we met each other again, he gave me a hug lah.
Okay.
So it was nothing lah. It's
And
just
then siapa lagi? Ada?
For me tu je lah. I'm way back before was.
You rasa ada orang ni ke?
Diss
Diss
you?
I? Ada?
I tak tahu tu. I tanya you. I want
Itulah,
us
I'm
face
tak
to
sure.
face. Like mungkin behind closed doors these
I've always-
people berani ah.
Yeah, exactly. Of course, because
Anyone
we've seen
can.
how our rapper friends bitch about other people, right? Kan? especially the
it's all
guys,
coming out.
not even the girls. Okay,
The guys in hip hop, they love to gossip.
Who?
Tahu tak? The guys, I'm telling you.
Yeah, if you think like
You,
the
girls, we don't even gossip. It's some of the guys.
yeah.
Sorry, I love my boys, but you guys love to gossip, man.
Weh, tapi mulut dia boleh tahan juga. Lagi teruk pada perempuan weh. So I'm not surprised if all these people kutuk I behind closed doors. Tapi this I tak perasan lah pula, tak sure. Kalau ada macam, thanks, I'm that important to you. Wow,
Okay.
you're so threatened by me.
So since you're on this topic, I want to ask: have you ever been like compared to another artist in so
Oh my
far in your
God.
career? Yeah.
I'm sure you're asking about like, have I been compared to other female rappers,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Truthfully, no. But people keep comparing me to my mom.
Oh my
What the
God.
hell?
How?
I mean, it's such an honor to be compared to my mother. But like, isn't
How
it
does it affect you?
insulting
How
to
does
her?
how does that affect you?
At first, I didn't feel anything because like I was more worried about what Too Fat would think of my rap. You get what I mean? Like I don't have time to think about what my mother would feel about it. She doesn't even know how to rap. You get what I mean? So I was more confident rapping at home, you know? Tiba-tiba macam the media started asking me like, how does it feel? Pressure tak? And then like I read some comments when I do like some soft singing songs like Sugar. Semua, oh, she sounds so flat. She doesn't sound like her mother. Like, who plans to sound like my mother? I don't even plan to do that. I just want to sing, for God's
Yeah,
sake. Like, let me
God.
be, kan. So, kejap-kejap je compare, kan. I mean, of course, I feel honoured to be compared to someone who's so established
Yeah.
for 40 years.
Yeah.
But it's insulting for my mother. Kesian dia. She worked so hard for 40 years to get to where she is. And then you compare her to me,
Yeah.
who's just like...
But anyway, you are completely okay. Yes, you're mother-daughter, but don't get me wrong, Auntie Sheila. You both are completely different artists.
Exactly.
So it's like comparing you to Sheila Majid is like the only similarity is they have the same blood, and
Aku
she
rap
came
pun,
from her womb. You
Aku
know?
rap pun kau compare dengan...
But it's like dia pun ada di artist and she's already an artist. I think it comes from that, you know.
Yeah.
And when you started singing, people probably thought, oh, she wants to be a pop artist now.
Right.
But it's just an extension of your artistry.
Yeah.
It's not you being.
Yeah, I
Like,
guess sometimes it feels like people won't give me the time and day to just let me grow and make my mistakes.
Yeah.
Like, yes, I may be sounding flat right now, but it's just part of me improving.
yeah.
You know, as a recording artist, kan. Terus, she doesn't sound like Sheila Majid. First of all, I don't even plan to sound like Sheila Majid.
Yeah.
My music doesn't even sound like one of her albums, kan. So that's that. Being compared
Preach, girl.
to female rappers,
Ada tak?
not specifically, but as a woman, we're constantly being compared with not just female rappers, but other female influencers, other singers, celebrities. You must be compared to like other moms as well, and we have to be like everything. You know what I mean?
Correct.
It's exhausting. Like sometimes you go on IG, you nak post something, you have to dress nice. You have to be like a fashionista. Lepas tu you kena, I don't know, you want to post your rap verse, you have to like be as badass as all these other rappers out there. You just have to like macam mana, wear different hats at the same time.
Right.
And it's very exhausting for a woman.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I get burned out sometimes because I feel like I have to be everything at the same time. But I've learned to pace myself.
Yeah. Is that why you slowed down a little bit in your music?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes, and I realize a lot of people take note on that juga kan.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
paid
Why
attention.
is that? What's the real reason? Is it because you're burned
So-
out?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, I would have to admit that I've been burned out. Where do I even begin? Okay, so in my early 20s, mid 20s, I was always on the go. You know, working with you when we were working on our mixtape, I was also doing my degree. And at the same time, I was also finishing my grade 8 piano. I was also working part-time at Shoes. Remember, I was doing a lot of things.
Yes,
Then
yes.
malam, I would go to the clubs to MC lagi kan.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so I was doing my music. I was working part-time as an intern. I was finishing up my studies. It was a lot at the same time, but I didn't realize I was stressed. I didn't realize I was stressed until I look back and tengok balik like how I grew and macam I told myself if I were to do that now, I dah jadi gila dah kot. But luckily I did all of that when I was still young and I had all the energy to do that. And then as I was taking my career more seriously in music, I felt the pressure to have to like release songs all the time. like at
Whoa.
least a few songs every few months, and then it was
You felt
constantly
that pressure.
on the go. And then in 2018, I released my Love for No Reason punya album tu kan. At the same time, while I was launching that, I was already recording another album with Bo. It felt like I had to always put it out there kan. Lepas tu I rasa macam in my 30s, it felt like what the hell am I chasing ni? Kenapa? It's always important to like pace yourself and not be burnt out lah. And then
Yeah, you
burnt out satu, jaded pun.
Oh,
lagi
you
satu.
felt like the passion was decreasing.
Correct. And then during COVID, my father was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer.
Yeah.
So while busy working tu, and then that happened, I macam anxiety teruk gila lah.
How is he now?
He's good.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah, he's doing fine. Recovered.
So
well,
he did
you're not 100% recovered.
Chemo
but
and everything.
he
and
did
went
6
through-
rounds of chemo.
Wow.
And
I remember he was
and
looking-
also my parents ni, diorang mental diorang very strong.
Alhamdulillah.
Yeah, it helped when friends and families came to him
Yeah.
to support and be
Yeah.
there for him. It made him happy, so that helped with his immune system lah. So going back to me being burnt out and I think my wake up call was when my dad got sick. I was like, look, what the hell am I chasing here? I'm like constantly working. I should be spending more time with my family because you don't know when he's going to go. You don't know when's the last time you'll be having dinner with your parents. And so I told myself, okay, kita reset balik everything. My family should be priority. And then, so yeah, I set my family as priority. And while my dad was sick too, I was always at his house. And he had a
Right.
little studio, a mixing studio. So my cousin came over and then we recorded a whole album.
What?
Yeah.
So when are we gonna hear this album?
So I still gotta collect the funds
Can I
lah.
come to the studio and just listen?
Of course, I
Yeah.
have it. I
wanna
even have
listen
it in my
before
phone.
the
I
siap
can
mix
even
and all.
I can even come over to your house and we can still
Yeah.
play it. Yeah. I would love for you to listen
After
to
Ramadan.
it. Yes, sure.
Yeah.
So that was in 2022, 2023. So it's not that I stopped doing music. I was still recording
Wow.
a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, I know, because you're always in the studio.
I love being in the studio.
Yeah.
What-
Actually, marketing the music is the hardest part.
It
Yeah,
is.
it's the
It
hardest
is,
part.
kan?
Yeah.
So, okay.
But you're still independent, right?
I'm still independent, yes. So speaking of which, marketing. So nobody ever told me that, Keda, you need to put aside some money for marketing. So most of the time, I was just spending most of my money on production.
Right.
Yeah, it's only like recently I realized, oh shit, I gotta, like I said, reset and pace myself. And put some money for marketing, for production, and then rebrand balik, So all these things take time. It's not just overnight. I cannot be like last time macam record je and then besok nak release juga. And then it's just like that. Kena ada strategy lah
Yes,
sikit. Now that
yes.
I'm older kan, kena a bit more mature lah with the way I do things kan. So that's why it's taking a lot of time. And then also money don't come from trees. I still gotta work kan. And then
Yeah.
of course, bila you want to release your next album, it cannot just be ala kadar, right?
Yeah.
And bila nak buat a proper album, it takes a lot of money too.
Yeah. And then when
Okay.
you release your next album or single, people are gonna be saying, "Oh, this is her comeback."
I was never gone.
Yeah, but that's what we think. But everyone says the same thing. Like example, Mimi Fly. She was never gone.
Yeah.
She just focused more on content creation. But when she came with the Angkat song, everyone was like, "Oh, the
She
comeback."
just comeback satu, but she already knew what to do. That's
Yes.
why they meletup. Kan?
Meletup.
So
It's amazing song. Amazing
So
song.
I mean for us lah, both of us, our next release, kita kena buat betul-betul lah.
Kita kena buat betul-betul. Aku sudah tidak. Okay.
Go hard, go stand 2.0.
We're gonna take a little water break. We're gonna come back and talk about beef. And we are back from our water break. And you know what? While we were gone, we were thinking about, actually I'm salivating thinking about it, dending from Selera Jasamas. So this is a family business
It
run
is.
by yourself and your brother Magad.
Yes, correct.
And basically, you're not really gone from the industry lah. But what you've been doing is you've been focusing more on this
Yes.
business. Tell us about this business.
So my dending is actually from my grandmother's recipe, my maternal grandmother. I started selling dending 8 years ago. Because
8 years ago.
only because I saw selalu peer pressure kan. Sikit nak ikut kawan-kawan kan. So many of my close friends were having their own businesses, ada start-up lah, restaurant semua kan. And I was hanging out with them a lot, like almost every day. So I seronok tengok diorang buat business. And it made me realise macam, I wasn't born to just do music. I can do everything else, And it's important for our generation to diversify our income. It's not just like my parents' days, like not everyone can just be Sheila Majid and just rely on one income. I'm not my mother lah, kan. So Alhamdulillah, it's been going well and it's been very consistent. I started selling it at my friend's restaurant, Anapatin. That's where we supplied our dending. And then later on, my brother came into the picture and he made me even more confident to start our own brand, which is why it's called Selera Jasa Mas. Jasa Mas stands for Jasa Majid Sadia, which are the names of my grandparents. And it's also the name of my home, where I grew up in. I used to live with my grandparents. They're not around anymore, but I still stay in their home with my mother. So yeah.
Wow.
Alhamdulillah.
Was it your idea to start this dending business?
It was both me and my brother because when we were in school, we used to bring our friends a lot after our classes, semua kan, and they used to eat at my house. And my grandmother used to be in the kitchen, kakak semua. But every time my grandma or my kakak masak dendeng, they get extra excited. So I selalu pelik because you eat at home, it's home cooked food. Sometimes you take it for granted. You don't care what they cook, you just makan je lah. But when my friends macam acknowledge dendeng specifically, kita macam, benda ni sebenarnya laku kot. And then sometimes some people are willing to like macam request for us to cook and they're willing to pay. Kan?
So like, that's how it started.
Yeah. So kita pun start lah jual, and then I'm not afraid to admit lately we all saw Khairul Aming selling dendeng and then meletup. So that inspired me to also sell on TikTok. So I was like, sebenarnya dendeng ni boleh jalan. You get what I mean? And then sometimes I'm not worried, when things get quiet with my music.
Yeah, you have that.
My dendeng ada, and then people are constantly ordering it. So I jadi macam seronok.
But ada product lain kan? There's also sambal, right?
We have sambal recently. We have sambal bilis. We have nasi goreng dendeng. But the most that I want to highlight is dendeng lah.
Gotta get me some. I'm hungry talking about it. Okay, so I want to talk about like what's happening in the international scene. We're gonna listen to some tracks, and I just kind of want to pick your brain. Are you into this kind of music? Have you always been into it or not? So we're gonna play with this first song, Lil Uzi. It's called 20 Minutes. Let's hear it. Let's see how Keda reacts to it. She's gonna sip her water.
Macam auntie
No.
All these younger people trying to rap.
Hey! You can go hard, or you can go slow, or you can go hard until you're not Lil Uzi. You can go hard.
Look at your gold lips.
When you're going hard, it's not.
I want to see your reaction.
Our FM
Your
there.
gold lips were dope.
Yeah.
Oh, gila.
It was you launched it here. Yeah, in this vicinity.
Di sini
That
yeah.
That
Betul.
side. But yeah, let's play Lil Uzi. That was a nice little break there.
Girl, why you keep calling? I said, girl, why you keep calling? Yeah. She said, I need a new whip. Yeah, cause I know that you're still ballin'. She just wanna go
I think
back
you'll
to the
be
future,
able to
so I
pull off
brought
this
that
kind of
girl a
style.
DeLorean.
Yeah.
21 minutes
Yeah.
until I gotta go, so I told that girl I'm gonna slide.
Even the rap style. It's more for your voice.
Kan?
Kan?
What's good, you know. I'm Hunny Madu, you know. But
Kan?
I've never tried this kind of style.
Try lah.
I met that girl right
But it's
up at my
nice.
show. Left her man in the crowd on the floor. Out of town, never saw her before. Told her, baby, we don't got that long. Listen, this not my city show, but I treat it like my city show. 20 more minutes into I'm on. 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 Yeah, I
But that's the thing. People always think that using auto-tune is for people who can't sing.
Yeah.
No, it's actually for people who can actually
They
sing.
enhance the
Yes, betul.
Yeah, I love it. I like that. What do you think about that one?
It's alright. I mean, it's not really my thing. It's not something that I would like get in the car and just like, oh, I gotta listen to this one.
I gotta be in the mood as well.
Yeah.
I gotta be in the
Maybe
mood.
kalau kita pergi disco, okay lah.
Disco!
Disco.
Is that why people your age?
No lah. Kalau kita pergi clubbing ke, dia pasal okay lah, we vibe.
Wait,
with it,
disco
kan.
time.
We have our
my
friends
parents
vibe.
say, gimana tu? Nak pergi disco.
Yeah, like sometimes my parents tanya, wait, disco. Dia kena ada cara dia. Janganlah disco, dia kena disco. Lepas tu my stepdad will be like, yeah, have fun. Baru dia pun vibe sekali kan.
Oh my god.
And then my
so
mom will be
funny.
like, no, you can't wear that. Here, take this necklace. Dia pun vibe sekali
Wow.
kan. Jeans koyak, tak cukup koyak tu. Koyak lagi. Baru lah best kan. Shout out to my parents.
Aduh, now we know the real stories that happens in
At home.
your family home.
Yeah.
Okay, now the second one, I like this one. Gonna, if you mean, let's go. Let's play it.
Young gun no one that
I
been
hate
calling me
that we can
splurge.
only
Let me jump right out the curb.
limited movement.
Let me straight fly like a bird. Spin on the first and the third. Solid, I'm keeping my word. Can't be my equal, I don't know what you heard. Crank up the phone, I swear. Keep me a stick if they purge.
Auntie Kada, mak orang. Vibing to Ghana.
Young gun no one that they working my nerves. I'm about to pause and serve. Hitting this ball like a perk. Back from the back of a perm. Ice, the bird. Dropping on all you little turds. Can't take the pipe, but you turn. In my own lane, we can't merge. So with no head, you can learn. Let's see how much you can earn.
Does it
Why me go
sound
big
like
like the worm? And I ain't girl, showing the I'm in the VIP lady. QP ski. All of my baddies is pretty, they showing it really is up to the ceiling. Came home and ran through a milli, I rock with it.
Was that song featuring Future? No. It was just him alone? It has that Future flow, huh? What do you think about this whole trap, mumble, rap type of genre in hip hop?
I like it.
Okay.
But if I were to do this, my mom would be like, what are you saying? Can you say something properly?
What if you sang it but it sounds clear? Would you do this kind of?
Yeah, sure. Is that what you call it? Mumble rap?
I don't know. Yes, apparently so. That is the term.
You know how Tricks used to dribble rap? I think that's fine. I feel like that's similar to that. I could be wrong. I don't know.
I've heard some really this one is good, but I've heard some really bad ones. Like
Okay.
you really can't make out what they're saying. This one you can
Tapi
actually
lagu
hear
dia meletup juga kan?
meletup tapi dengar macam huh? You know, like but Gunna and Lil Uzi, you can still hear and make out what they say. And I think rap has to tell a story, but if it's too mumbly and you can't understand anything, where is it going? You know what I mean?
That's a very mak orang punya point of view. Tak adalah.
That's
Tapi
true.
I guess we come
That
from
is
that era
true.
yang macam, yeah, you gotta tell a story. You gotta be clear with what you're saying semua kan.
I don't think it's a mak orang point of view. I think it's a very like macam orang umum kind of view. You know, like maybe those who are really, really into hip hop, especially in this mumble rap, be like, yeah, you don't get it. You know. But anyway, we got one more song we're gonna play called "Goddamn" by the same artist, Gunna.
On that other jet, goddamn. I don't get no rest, goddamn. I'm on my respect, goddamn. I've been running up a check, goddamn. Forget ease my stress, goddamn. When she get that neck, trim. Get this movie star on film. I ring a shining star. Carrots in my ear and it clear. I've been breaking shades, lights and blur. Fashion every day, put it in couture. Put in work, make that pussy purr. Yeah, I endorse. Mash in a Porsche.
Ini kalau perform best lah.
Kan?
On the crowd kan.
Yeah.
I can imagine like the whole crowd, the whole place will be like just rapping and like just
Yeah.
shouting kan.
I think
Bump
these kind of
into.
tracks. Yeah, you're right. It's
Okay.
really nice to perform these kind of tracks. Like one of my favorite song to perform is still "Go Hard." because it's the only song that I have that can really make people jump. And I love that energy, you know, like macam, I think that's the magic of hip hop, you know.
Right.
It's like,
We should go back to the studio and rearrange the song.
and make some new ones.
Yeah, both.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, do you remember recording a song with Bo, and that's featured in my album with him?
Yeah.
Alone.
No.
The song is called Alone.
I wasn't in it.
Yes, you were.
What did I? I
You
sang
rap
on-
lah.
I sang in Alone.
You sang the chorus, lepas tu you rap last.
Oh, is the song out?
Yes.
Okay, I gotta listen to it.
You tahu tak, I went on TikTok live, lepas tu everyone's the same question lah. Kira dah tak buat music ke? Kira I said, banyak music I dekat Spotify tu, pergilah dengar kan. Dah tak record dengan Hunny Madu. Kita ada lagu baru release, nama lagu tu Alone. Oh, tak tahu pun mesti tak sedap tu sebab tak meletup.
Wah,
Babi.
jangan.
Sekarang I nak cakap babi. Babi, suka hati kau je. Macam kau tu bagus sangat.
Aduh. Woo. Love it. Tu aku cakap. Dia ni pedas. Okay, don't mess with her. Okay, don't mess with her. Dia petit je but dia pedas. Okay, so now I wanted to ask, you know any like of this, sorry, I have to go back to Ghana and Lil Uzi,
Okay.
right? Because these guys, they have a lot of drama, you know, and their drama involves like courts lah, going into jail and stuff like that. Do you keep track of like all this international news? Do you go on like allhiphop.com or those kind of websites to learn about what's going on overseas?
With hip hop, not anymore. It's only the Didi punya case lah that's ongoing because that's like
Yeah.
huge.
Ooh, the PDD case.
Bigger
Oh,
than
yes,
ever.
yes, yes.
That's the only thing I macam from time to time I keep myself updated with. But
Yeah.
with all these other rappers, I macam no.
Like, let me tell you something that I know about Ghana. Ghana has this. He's trying to like escape like jail charges. And before this, he was like best friends with Young Thug, and now Young Thug is in jail, and then Ghana is also facing a few charges. But also at the same time, he's using this clout to announce that he's got an album coming soon.
Okay.
And at the same time, he's got beef with like many different rappers like Future and stuff like that. So it's like, if you go into it, just you look at the first few websites, like, oh my God, banyaknya drama diorang ni. And let's not forget, like, siapa nama dia? A$AP Rocky.
Okay.
He just acquitted from, he was in court,
Yeah.
but he was acquitted.
Found not guilty, right?
Found
Yeah.
not guilty. And, you know, these rappers is like nothing to them. It's like normal to hear these
In
things.
and out, kan.
But
that's
in-
why it gets boring for me.
In Malaysia, there's no such thing.
I hope not. Tak payahlah.
There's no such thing. We're pretty much, and I love that about our country. We don't look at rappers and go like, oh my God, masuk court, masuk jail. But in Malaysia, it's like, mana ada. There's
Yeah.
no such thing. Everyone's like pretty peaceful.
Most of the time we take the good parts of the hip hop culture, which is storytelling,
Yes.
and brushing up our skills,
Yep.
making new music, brushing out on our fashion punya style, kan?
Yeah.
We're not allowed to own guns anyway, so tak payahlah nak berangan and everything else because we're majority of Muslim country,
Yeah.
kan? So I guess we know our boundaries lah juga,
Yeah.
kan? Kita tak adalah macam nak terikut-ikut sangat with the West punya culture.
Yes, I love that.
At the end of the day, we're still Asians, so we still have our values, kan? We still have our religion. So mana yang rasa over sangat tu tak payahlah kot nak ikut, kan?
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Now, I like
But
what you said. We take the good parts of the hip hop culture, and I
Yeah.
think it's important to still know who we are.
Yeah.
Okay, now I want to ask you, rank your top 3 favorite rappers, dead or alive. You got to start from number 3 and why.
Number 3 would be Travis Scott.
Ooh.
Why? I think it's just one in a million. Like you look at his bars, his melody, the way he raps, his music arrangement, so fresh. His visual arts, how he does his shows, how he uses his auto tune. Yeah, I just love every song of his, especially like Butterfly Effect. Second would be Logic.
Oh my
I
God.
love listening to Logic. I think one of my favorite albums from Logic is The Incredible True Story. Yeah, and Logic can go on and on and on with his music. He's always like just releasing. And one of his songs called 44 More, he was just like rapping all the way. It had like 44 bars, I guess,
Yeah.
or more.
And he also like he did
He's
this
just non-stop. Yeah.
phase where he would like solve a Rubik's cube while performing.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that?
Yep.
Crazy. Okay, number one.
Number one, I think it will have to be. I love Drake, but it will have to be Kendrick Lamar.
Oh.
I think Good Kid, Mad City is just a classic.
Oh, I agree. That's one of my top favorite
Yeah.
albums.
I mean, like if Drake were to call me to ask to collaborate, of course I would. I would just.
But he's not
jump-
even in your top three.
And I mean, compared to Kendrick lah kan.
Okay, if both were to call you tomorrow, who would you say
Would
yes
still
to?
pick Kendrick.
You still pick Kendrick.
I used to listen to both Kendrick and Drake in the same year. I used to listen to every day. I would listen to even Drake's mixtape from back in the day dulu. But Kendrick punya Good Kid, Mad City tu is something that I used to repeat every single day. Such a classic. I love it. Yeah.
Yep. Okay, we're almost done here. But I need to ask you this question as well. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Still continuing with my dending business, and also hopefully an album out. I mean, it's there. The songs are there. I just gotta finish it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Good.
siapa-siapa nak sponsor, please. I'm tired of using my own money. I have to invest in my business. I have to invest in my music business. So I'm looking for funds. I need an investor for both my businesses.
Yeah.
I need sponsors. So gotta work on that.
Yes, and possibly the ring will come too.
Inshallah. I'll update you on that. You might have to plan my bachelorette.
Okay, this is getting serious. But is that happening this year or next year?
Not this year.
Not
my mom
this
said,
year.
My mom said, no, not this year. Let me finish my concert first and then we'll think about it next
She's
year.
off the market. Is that official? Is that official? Can we say that's official? Like next year something will happen? You're off the
Inshallah, but
market?
I don't want to give so much details yet.
Betul.
Yeah.
Betul. That's too much already.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Kate.
Thank you for
being
having me.
here.
I'll hug you properly later.
Yes, this thing is in between. You just watched the second episode of What's Good. Don't forget to follow us on socials, okay? On TikTok, it's called Tunetopia. And just subscribe to the page as well, Tunetopia on YouTube. I hope you just keep on watching it, and just subscribe, like, share, comment. We want to hear what you think of the show and all that. And with that said, I just want to say thank you again,
Thank
Keda.
you.
And this has been What's Good.
What's good?
This is Hunny Madu, and you're watching What's Good.
What's good?